So this is a lesson on community leaders and symbols of inclusion. And I wanted to make sure that it stays, that the lesson stays universal and aligned with standard elementary school curriculum guidelines. So the content's going to be framed around social emotional learning and civics. And basically it focuses broadly on how community leaders work to make everyone feel included, the definition of civil rights, and how symbols like flags are used to bring people together. So this is a middle school lesson we did on community leaders. And the objective here was students will be able to explain how community leaders work to promote inclusion and then design a visual symbol that represents unity within a community. And we started off by discussing what a community leader is, and students answered, they help people make rules, listen to problems. What makes someone a good leader? Students answered fairness, kindness, making sure everyone's treated equally. Then we discussed Harvey Milk, the first openly gay official elected to office, his goal, which was hope and equality for all, creating the symbol, which was a rainbow flag, and then why a rainbow? Because it represents diversity, and many different colors come together to make one unified image. All right, and then next we connect the historical events to universal character education traits by discussing what inclusion is, and why it is important for a neighborhood or a school to make sure everybody feels included. Courage, which is standing up for ourselves, right? And how does becoming a leader help others show courage? And then unity, people coming together to support one another. And how does a shared symbol help people feel like they're part of a team or a community? And then our small group activity was called the Inclusion Intervention. And what we did for this was we voted on one positive value that we wanted to stand for today. For instance, kindness, teamwork, bravery, and listening. And then we worked together to invent a unique physical symbol. So some kids picked a secret handshake, which is, something like locking fingers to represent teamwork. Or they had an option to do a desk monument, which is really just a simple, small structure. And something like balancing a ruler on an eraser can represent fairness. And then we shared out, and our ticket to go was what value did your small group choose, and how did your team show teamwork while creating the symbol? And number 2, why is it important for groups to have shared values? Have a great day.